Today's episode is sponsored by Calumnius. Thank you, my guy.
What is this now? Oh, the bread thing again. Got the berries, could do the herbs. I don't really want to part with that much bread. It says 161 up there. Sure, let's do it. I'll take the gold. I'll take the gold. Fine. What is this? Host a trade gathering. The abbess envisions her stay as an opportunity to host a trade gathering, anticipating a meticulously organised event that attracts traders from across the region. She trusts in your ability to host this significant gathering gracefully. So we have various options. We could do let's host a trade gathering. So we would need to host the traders with an 80% approval. The abbess will call for a trade gathering, attracting wealthy traders from around the region. Or we could have another monastery, would be suitable. Now, our monastic emissary is level 1. So we have an 80% chance of failure on that. Brilliant. The bishop would be an ideal host. So we could spend 50 clergy influence to have the bishop do it for us. We do have that influence, but I think I would like to have a go at the proper way. I'd like to try and host this trade gathering myself. So let's do that. Let's do that. Here they come. What sort of requirements do they have? Look, it's fine. Water, refined food, 2 goods, luxury, hospitarium, lodgings, service, and visit the Great Hall. That's absolutely fine. Who's this? Trade surplus with Kinstone Abbey. Thanks to your steady trade last season has been good for Kinstone Abbey. The appreciative abbess planned on donating the surplus to needy villages and hoped you would join the effort. I can't actually afford that. So, no. Okay, so these merchants that have travelled from town to town in search of profitable business opportunities, they should be absolutely fine. They have access to gems and herbs and candles. There is plenty of space, I believe, in our hospitarium. Yep, masses of it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Nick's in for another day of hammering in the nave. I wonder if we'll get Sarah Apples again afterwards. Just like tag teaming it. Yeah, it is Sarah Apples. Sarah Apples is back. This is great. We are slowly bringing in the resources for the gallery as well. Look, we're almost there. We're just missing the marble. We do have it in storage, and then they're just building that. It's going really well. Both of these are looking great. Nick the Seer is currently in this gallery, and Chloe the Champion is coming to deal with the nave. Taking over from Sarah Apples. Helping the abbess's favourite merchant. Upon receiving a letter detailing the misfortune of a vital merchant for her monastery, the abbess demands your intervention. Recognising your resourcefulness, she urges you to take swift action to safeguard her trader. So I could donate. A donation of coins should be suitable. The abbess will expect you to donate coins within the next few days. So 1,000 gold coins. Well, I can't do that. I have 200 coins. Or we will provide them with a new merchant. I don't have enough honey or wax to do that. I am sure the bishop can help out. This is where I would need to spend my 50 influence, because the other options are simply not available to me. Okay, so we will use our influence to have the bishop help out. In your stead. Let's do that. Wow. So the abbess is satisfied with the latest turn of events. This will impact her stay at your monastery. So that's given her a plus 10% contentment, which does mean we are currently beating the 95% approval rate despite the Abbatial Church issues. But we now do only have 6 clergy influence, which is a little nerve-wracking. Also, what is going on here? Is it the importing of the polished stone? Probably. It probably was. Well, I'm not doing any of that for the moment. So hopefully this will sort of fix itself as we allow things to accumulate. They've done it. But the Abbatial Church is still... Oh. Is not registering the door. Is not registering access. So it's registering the nave, the bell tower, but not interior access. But what about that door? I don't understand. What is wrong with the door? What's wrong with the door? Oh, the sounds are great. So I might try and just put a door at the foot of the bell tower. Out back. Because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know why it doesn't register. What do you mean didn't visit in April? Why has that gone red? Anyway, the point is she's above 95%, so we should still be successful, but that doesn't explain why we're having such trouble with this build. Does it? No. It's an outrage, is what it is. Proving your splendour. I don't have any anymore. As her stay nears its end, goodness, the abbess decided on a final trial, asserting that a priory's true worth lies in its stone. Beyond wealth and knowledge, only the hardship of the sacred stone is eternal. There is a lot of stone in this building. She then asks, is your priory worthy of the faith? So my monastery will speak for itself. You will try to impress the abbess with a splendour of your monastery, influenced by clergy splendour. It's currently 875. So I have a 90% chance to succeed at that. Then make the abbess content, or we could let my builders tell you about their work. That has a 70% chance of success. Spending influence I can no longer do because I've already spent it. So let's hope that I don't get the 10% of the abbess being disappointed. Let's try and allow the monastery to speak for itself, because I mean, I think it's pretty spiffing. Abbess content. The abbess is satisfied with the latest turn of events. This will impact her stay here. Wonderful. Where is she? Is that her in there? No. Where is she? Where is the... Oh, who's this? Oh, offering the bread business again. Oh, they would give us bread? Yeah. Yes, please. I would like that. I would like that. So we have the door at the back here. Is that now working? Is it now working? Where is the abbess? I demand to see her. So the abbess is here on the corner. That was weird. It's all getting a bit weird here. Don't quite know what's going on with the abbess. But I think the access thing might be working for the church now. I'm not 100% sure. She's missing visits. Oh! She visited the Abbatial Church. We've done it. Oh, we've done it. Now she's visiting the winery and filling in these. Oh, my goodness. So putting this door at the back here definitely helped. How bizarre was that? Okay. Okay. So I think we're probably going to do this. Her approval is now up to 119%, and it needs to be at least 95. So I think we're finally getting there. Do you know what? I'm going to do you know what? I think I'm going to unblock a bunch of gargoyles. Just sort of all these little small incidental things. We won't worry about that at the moment. I'm not quite sure what to make of this marble cross business, because it's going to go on something that's not actually there yet. I'm gonna pause that for the moment. Might also look at a bunch of these ornaments, modest ornaments. Because at the moment we can't really afford to be buying more polished stone. It's a bit of a thing. Before I continue with my church, I really do need the money situation to calm down. The only other thing I could think of doing is turn off the importing of that for the moment, of the polished stone. Turn off the importing of iron. Gonna leave the marble alone, I think. But I think they are starting to smash through. And yeah, the exclamation mark that was here is no longer there. And we're seeing more and more on this parts list being completed, which is fantastic. Now, I am interested in building the next gallery on the other side, which would take 70 stone. We have that. 130 polished stone. We have that. 50 planks we're good for. The 33 tools we're good for. The iron we're good for. And the marble. So I think I'm going to unblock that and make that the next major construction part. She's at 130% happiness, and her visit ends in 2 days. So I think that's been a roaring success. I think we're about to complete part 4 of the Prosperous Priory, which is kind of exciting, isn't it? Which I think is the final part, is it not? I think it is. But we will continue until our church is actually built. Yes, which is not far off. It's ridiculous. Abbess hosting succeeded. The abbess had a pleasant stay and recognised the success of your priory. And we got the influence and the coin. Ugh. Wonderful. So I guess she's leaving then. Well, she's getting some water, but then... Oh, look. As the clergy inaugurates your Abbatial Church, you muse upon what you have achieved. You raised an abbey of the faith and assembled a respectful monastic community. There is little doubt that you made this land a better place. And look, We've done all the requirements and satisfied all the restrictions. We have completed the challenge. We have completed the challenge, everybody. That is amazing. The box behind this, a little bit broken. A little bit broken. Well, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. But yes, we must finish our Abbatial Church. We must finish our monastery. I'm not sleeping until it's done. A Prosperous Priory Part 5? In gratitude for your dedicated service to the faith, the abbess and bishop wish to bestow upon you a generous donation of coins, vast riches meant to foster prosperity for the faithful within your monastery and beyond. This blessing will serve just the cause. 10,000 doubloons and 100 clergy influence. Well, I don't have enough room in my coffers for 10,000 doubloons. We only have enough for 5,690. We already have 1,290, so I can't take all the gold coin, but at least it will fill us up. There we go. So, I mean, that's going to help us finish the Abbatial Church, isn't it? Straight up. Yes, it is. I think... How much do we need? So we are going to need 500 more smooth stone, apparently, to complete this. Is that all? Feels like it would be more. With this money that we've got, I feel like just saying sort of buy until we've got 500. Basically spend that coin and secure the smooth stone. What's interesting is it seems we've dealt with all the iron. So all this iron that we've got here, we no longer need. I bet we can't sell it. No, we can't. So we've got 86 iron here because I forgot to turn it off. Unbelievable. Oh well. Oh well. Right, well, I'm going to stop buying polished stone for the moment. We've got it up to 300. One would assume that they are coming to deal with this magnificent gargoyle that needs to go on top. Now, what bit would we like to build next? So, I think we do need to deal with these two buildings, don't we? I think they would be pretty grand to get up and running. Modest tall miner. There we go. They don't take much resources in the grand scheme of things. I might unblock both of them because that would be just over 100 stone and 100 polish, sort of 60 planks, 40 tools. So I think we'll do both, get them straight up. Oh, look there. The gargoyle's gone in. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? I wonder if we could just hide all that nonsense. I wonder if we could do our thing here. No. What if we did something like this? It's a lot of dots all over the screen. Get like this little notch, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Could actually cover those if we wanted, little bushes. Yeah. Oh, look. So that's happening. This is exciting. So close. What's this now? Nobody's working there? Why? Requesting manuscripts. And for that, he would give us a sculpture? Yeah? Have all the manuscripts. We don't need to be buying marble anymore. We probably actually have a little extra marble than we need. So I'm going to stop the import on that as well. Get that sorted. It does seem like we may need a sculpture, perhaps. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. It seems that we do have 2 in stock, so we probably don't need a sculpture. And the stained glass windows are complete as well. Okay. Having a look at the parts, I think all ornaments and gargoyles are unlocked and ready to go up. We do have this marble cross. I think I'm going to... Yeah, we do have these marble crosses. I think they're going on top of the 2 bell towers we've not actually built yet. But he's immediately come to do this, apparently. It's a bit confusing. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. What is this? Wood for the elders? No. I do sort of feel, though, but it does mean adding stuff to this build. And you might be like, no! And fair enough. But I do sort of feel that these should actually have some form of buttress. Look, these modest ones. I actually think they need these. That's what I think they need. It's very... I might, you know. Because I think they need them. I do. I think it's correct in terms of a build to make these walls stable, you know. Accuracy. Now, the only problem, of course, is that also there's the back. Do you all hate me? I know that you might. I know that you might. A favour for the Abbess. The Abbess is interested in setting up a new trade route deals. So we have to host her again. 60% approval. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right, let's do these minor galleries, which go on each end here. Let's get those done. The Abbess's delegate hopes to discuss business with the merchants over a fine meal. She was wondering if you had any suggestions for where to host. Well, so I would quite like the refectory. But my best they're level 1. Why are they level 1? I only get a 20% chance of succeeding that. My refectory is insanely good. Surely. I guess we'll just spend the money. The Abbess Delicate has a fair budget to organise the event. Just give her 150 gold. I mean, ridiculous. What is this now? Wealthy business. The Abbess's Delicate wants to impress the merchants by showing them the wealth everyone would earn from these deals. She isn't sure of the best way to make her point. So we could use our emissary, but they're level 1. So we would fail that. The alternative is let the monuments to our faith speak for themselves. 90% chance of success. I think we'll do that one. So our Abbess's Delicate was successful, and so was the merchants impressed as well. Okay, good. What is this? Host merchants with over 60% approval. They're currently at 138%, but one of them could not fulfill a need. Well, that one is clearly some sort of plum, because everybody else seems to be perfectly happy. Do you know what I might do? Maybe they're not using this one as much because it doesn't have its own sort of direct door. So I think I might move the well. Not entirely sure. I guess here. Right. And then I'm going to move this. I said to there. Maybe? I may not like that place. I may not like that placement. We may have to destroy this. I mean, it's always been weird. It's always been weird, isn't it? We will grab the door. Just make sure that we're... Why won't it snap? There we go. Get that in. I think I'd like to try and keep that. No, I wouldn't. What would I like to do? I feel like that needs something. What does it need though? We've got a monk here. Oh, we could move the monk. Maybe we could move the monk to that sort of little flower garden thing. And then between these, we will stick that. We'll do that. And I'm going to stick that on a priority. Yeah. See if it just helps increase people having these. Do you know? Yeah. Yeah. Look how close we are to having all the polished stone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, the negotiations were successful. So whomever the plum was, we do not need to worry about it. It's quite nuts with the bells, isn't it? I wish I could get a decent tune for it. But I can't. We can imagine. We can imagine what it sounds like. It is back to saying that time is assigned, but I don't know why. It is complete. It is finished, and I'm not going to mess around with the problems it's throwing out anymore. Hosting wandering monks. Wandering monks are once again seeking refuge at your illustrious monastery. For a month of peace, they promise to spread the word about your land among the clergy. Sure, come along. Well, there we are. We've done it. We created 2 villages. What's this now? Merry villagers. From your seat in the Great Hall, you can hear people singing and laughing outside. You ensured everyone had everything necessary for their contentment and success. Thanks to you, life is good. Well, I think that's all that needs to be said, isn't it? We completed 2 villages. Brambleholt, and over here we have Greenwalt. We have the farms, the little monastery that we started with, and then of course our absolute monstrosity of a monastery. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. It's got everything. We've explored everything to do with the monastics and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased. And I've worked so hard on the little details to make sure that, you know, lanes are good, you know, and homes are pretty, and that everything's sensible and good. I suppose the only other thing I would do is possibly make a statue here. Like, one of my favourite things, by a long shot, is this sheep statue. I freaking love it. This arguably would be like the cherry on top. So, time here is assigned to make the sheep structure. I think we should do that. Ultimately, we could now dismantle a lot of this. You know, it's just not necessary anymore. And we could also move these sorts of resources. Because, yeah, I don't want those bits. So we could reduce a lot of this. And then we would free up a lot of workers, builders, and these transport. You know, to work elsewhere and do other things. Whatever we saw fit, really. I honestly think what would be a good use for those that would be losing their jobs over here is actually getting another farm, wheat farm. I think that would be pretty good, but not going to worry about that sort of stuff. You know, I actually quite like the look of this place with the builders' yards and that. And if we were to continue on playing, chances are we would be doing more building here and there as time went on. I mean, let's be honest. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That makes me very happy. Sheep statue. Depicted here is Mr. Fluffy, saviour of the endless cold, who provided enough wool to warm the villagers for over 120 days. I like that you can rename unknown. You can actually change the description as well to your own thing, as well as the title of the statue. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I mean, I like it as it is. But there we are. We are done. Foundation, a prosperous priory. Well, I hope you enjoyed my adventure into foundation and building a prosperous priory. Be sure to let me know what you think of my build in the comments below. Until next time, Fair Farron.